Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Call of Cthulhu. I'm your host, Bring It Dawn, and, yeah, let's finish exploring this area before we talk to Captain Fitzroy.
Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Another medical thing. The second volume teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff. So let's see, it was a 22% last. Yep, 2% per book, it seems. Not bad, not bad. Let's look at the bookshelves real quick, just to make sure I don't miss any learning. Yeah, all the lights give off this eerie fog.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. New clue memorized, okay. Nothing in there.
What a macabre souvenir.
Oh, it's a wooden leg. Thought it was a paddle at first. Alright, Captain Fitzroy, what you got for me?
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
This one? Or this table? Oh, this table.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Meet him on the deck. Now let's look at our clues. Article on the miraculous catch. Read that yesterday. Threatening letter. Remember that. I could read these, but I'll have one CP available. Let's just pump a point into that.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
This is where you're gonna talk to me? Okay.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Yeah, your documents are unreadable.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
What did Charles Hawkins really do for a living? Yeah, I thought that fishing stopped in 1847.
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
Alright, let's talk about Darkwater. Who is Cat?
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain
excuse me.
cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Alright, let's see. This photograph looks strangely like you.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I already saw it. Thank you, though. I saw the killer whale on the wharf.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
What would have killed it?
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
Let's see, why are they putting it back into the sea?
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Alright, what is this miraculous catch?
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Okay, let's ask about Warehouse 36.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
I think that's everything, right? We already know where the warehouse is at. And alright.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Alright. Alright, so they're clearing out over there. This direction is also clear. This looks like a dead end.
They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots.
Where are you? You're that other cop, right?
Where do you think you're going?
Others are interested. Oh, sorry, it's a question. Others are interested in the warehouse?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
We're on the same team. Hold to test eloquence.
What's the difference between a police officer and a private detective?
The badge?
Exactly. Apart from that piece of metal, there's nothing that sets us apart.
You think so?
We're looking for the same thing, you and I.
Okay, spare me the next verse. I'll tell you what I know. There are sailors who think that there's a beast prowling around the docks. Then again, these guys panic at the thought of bringing a rabbit onto a boat, so...
I see.
And there are others who would like to use the warehouses for their goods.
Who are they?
Sorry, I really can't talk about them.
Okay, he's probably talking about Kat, which I assume is the woman that was in the bar that told us to beat it. Just to beat it.
You could tell me.
Well, what's in here?
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with...
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Was that not a clue? I feel like that should be a clue. Oh well. Hello
You
there.
live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
Yeah, I'd never done such a thing.
I respect your beliefs.
What?
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
Let's see. Yeah, tell me about St. Brendan.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Is this where you live?
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Okay, so you don't have any work?
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Okay, who are these guys that are keeping guard?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
I guess I don't need to read
The
those out loud.
bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Yeah, who is Cat?
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Okay. I think I've exhausted all my options with these two fine fellows. Hey, come here.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Alright. Who are you, mister? No one I can talk to, it seems. Can I climb this? Probably come out of there later. And drop down. Alright, well, let's finish exploring the docks area.
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
It's a pretty high locked door then, because we already have 3 in investigation. Only 2 more levels to gain. Isn't that like Dagon a little bit? St. Brendan the Navigator. 484 to 577. Hello.
St. Brendan. Patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Is that all I can do with that?
I've no idea what it says.
Okay. Well, it's a little familiar to me. That wheel got messed up by those crabs. Jeez. Alright, let's go that other direction where the bootleggers...
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah? He's gonna get us in...
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to our work.
You can't understand.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Alright, so this direction's clear now, so I'll probably go into the warehouse through the back. Nothing to it. Can I talk to you, weirdo?
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
You're not scared of their boss?
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not
Excuse me.
interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
Yeah, what are the bootleggers doing around here?
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Is that the way in right there? That big doorway? So detected a hidden item? But where at? Is it this?
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Well, that doesn't seem like a good idea. It's saying that I detected a hidden item, but I have no idea. Is it this?
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
It's probably way up. Did I take this ladder?
I could use this old winch to lift the grating, but it's been completely taken to bits. There must be some spare parts amid all this clutter.
Alright, well. We have the direction we need to go. Let's see here. There we go.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
Do I need more than that, or is that it? Okay.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need. It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
How do I turn off my... Okay. Well, that'll come in handy later. I'm almost positive.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Alright, well, enough monologuing and get to work. Pierce. I'm sorry. Had a donut this morning. And it, Oh. It's gross. Just looks stinky down here. Alright, what's going on? Is that supposed to come in here? Alright, let me leave. Or am I good now?
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
Yeah, you and me both, because you're on a one-way ticket here. Also glad it's not flammable, because if it's whale oil, then it should be, well, I don't think the smoke would be flammable, but the oil itself would be. What is that? What's that? Oh man, made my controller vibrate. Oh my gosh! Oh, whew. All right. Yeah, maybe jump a little bit. Just a little bit. Hello.
This is primitive.
Well, you don't have to be so judgy about it. Let's see you do better, Pierce. Can I do anything with the window first? Nope. I do like how smooth the ladder climbing is in this game. Feels good.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Okay.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Oh, gross.
It smells as bad as it looks. Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
No idea.
What happened here?
Well, someone didn't like the way they looked. Is that everything that I can reconstruct? Is it dripping? Oh, nope.
Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Got a new clue. Officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death, this warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Signs of life attest to the fact. The presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted, probably removed from a wound, as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping pills. Moreover, the occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins, as attested by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life, photograph, and press cutting. But it is the discovery of a partly charred painting recognized by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins mansion that allows all doubts to be lifted as to the link between the contents of this building and the Hawkins case. And that's the way out. Cannot look at anything else like this. Because this was mentioned in the clue, but I wasn't allowed to look at it. I can't reconstruct it again. Okay. Well, I guess that's everything I can do in here. I don't want to miss anything.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! You again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Yeah, let's team up.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Okay, Chapter 3. Garden of the Hawkins Mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place thought to be abandoned revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted by a searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins Mansion. Do-do-do-do-do.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion.
A pretty big place.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Oh, see, I thought the mansion burnt in a fire.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Yeah, why is the caretaker still here?
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Let's see. Do you know the place very well?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Let's see. Yeah, this place is falling into ruin.
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Anything I should be wary of?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Oh, yeah, let's not waste any time.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Yeah.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
It's not gonna give me a... Oh, game saved. Okay. I'm gonna call it here, because there's not a way to manually save, so I rely on the autosave features to continue playing in the next episode. So I don't have to replay anything. So yeah, gonna call it here, and in the next episode we'll head towards the Hawkins Mansion. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you there.